Welcome back to Behind the Curtain. And if you couldn't already tell, this episode is all about
Peter Pan!
Yay! I've assembled some of the cast members of Peter Pan to discuss the show as they head into Tech Week, putting all the pieces together to make the show make sense on stage. We're so excited to have you all here today. I'm going to start here. Tell me your first name and the role you're playing.
My name is Maddie, and I'm playing Nana the dog.
My name is Bryce, and I'm playing Michael.
My name's Callie, and I'm playing Wendy.
My name's Camille, and I'm playing Wendy.
My name's Oliver, and I'm playing John.
My name is Charlotte, and I'm playing Peter Pan.
My name's Ellie, and I'm playing Captain Hook.
My name's Katie, and I'm playing Peter Pan.
So if you couldn't already tell, this show is double cast, which means more students have the opportunity to play those lead roles, which is awesome. I wanted to ask you all what your favorite scene in the show is, what you're most excited to do on stage or see someone else do on stage when the show opens.
My favorite scene will probably have to be the Wendy scene.
My favorite scene is the flying scene.
My favorite scene is also the Wendy scene.
My favorite scene is also the flying scene.
My favorite scene is also the flying scene.
Wow. My favorite scene is probably Ugga-Wug.
My favorite scene is Hook's Tango.
My favorite scene is Ugga-Wug too.
All right, wow, okay, so we're so excited to be here today while you're at rehearsal. You're in your costumes. Is this the first time you've had your costumes on?
Yes.
How does it feel to be in character as Peter Pan?
It's really fun, but sometimes the costume makes me feel silly, but it's still really fun.
It doesn't look silly on you. How about you? How are you feeling?
It feels very fun to play the character Peter Pan.
Awesome. So Peter Pan is such a classic story that people might have seen already. They might be familiar with it. What do you hope they take away from your production, though? What do you hope people walk out of here feeling after they see the show?
I just feel like they feel like inspired and stuff because it kind of like does have like a meaning to the story too.
What does the story mean to you?
I think it just like kind of means that like you can like make friends because Wendy like makes friends with like the Lost Boys and the Brave Girls and stuff.
That's good. That's a good point. Do you feel like you make friends doing the show at school?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about coming to rehearsal?
My favorite part is probably like putting everything together, and then in the end, and if it succeeds, which it probably does like most of the time, it's like really fun to see everyone do it together, and it's really exciting.
Well, break legs. So excited to see what you do, and we'll get a little sneak peek of your performance. Who do we have here?
I'm Asha, and I'm playing Captain Hook.
Oh my gosh, the eyebrows and everything. How do you feel now that you're all dressed up in character?
Probably really sweaty.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of layers right there. Tell me about the hook that you have. How does that work?
So I'm holding it on the inside on my middle finger, and when I have to take it off, it's so hard.
Oh my gosh, well, that's the price we pay as actors, right? Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you all. We're going to have lots more from Tech Rehearsal, so stick around. Welcome back to Behind the Curtain. I'm here with Shirley Arensburg now, director of Peter Pan. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Shirley,
I'm excited to see you.
I'm excited to see you. For those of you who don't know, Shirley and I go way back. You got me my start in theater and the performing arts and really just confidence in general in front of crowds and in front of cameras. So thank you for that. And I see you doing that for these kids here. It's really warming my heart. Why is working with children something that you've always wanted to do?
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm sort of a magnet, and kids come to me, especially little kids. They show up. I ended up, when I'm at dinners and stuff and little kids are there, I end up sitting at the kids' table. It's like crazy. But I just love being with kids. I have experience teaching 30 years, and many of them were in pre-K.
Yeah.
So I really love the little ones, but I love all these guys too. And then I love the high school kids. So I just find joy in working with kids. And let me tell you, if you don't find joy in working for kids, do not be a teacher, because I've seen some.
Yeah, you've seen that go wrong. So not only have you worked in schools, like right now, but also your work in the Capital Region theater scene with Park Playhouse Kids and sort of getting that generation involved in theater in the park in the summertime. That was such a great memory for myself and so many of my friends. What's the difference, though, being in a school and putting on a show?
Well, what I'm seeing is some of the shyer kids, they develop confidence. By the end of the show, they're really not shy, which is cool. But I think it's so important to have in the schools because not everybody is a sports person, as I know personally, unfortunately. But I just love being in the theater. It's my passion. And listen, I was never on Broadway, but I did a couple of things, right? At Park Playhouse.
Of course.
Yeah, which was fun. But I think that this gives them a background, and we try to teach them everything about theater, not just be an actor. My message to kids is get a college education before you decide to go on the audition route. Because even if you get into a really fabulous show that has a huge run, it's going to close sometime, and then you start from day one.
Right.
So that's not good. But I try to tell them, let's try you in crew, because more likely than not, you'll get a job that's not on stage. And I've said to kids, if you're blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and there's a million out there that look just like you, and they have just as much talent as you, and they're the ones that show up at the auditions. So you need something to back up. So learn a trade, learn how to be on the crew. And that's one of the things we did this time with the double cast. If you're not in the cast, that one, you have to be on the crew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think that'll be fun. We'll see how that works out.
Shirley, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And as the show gets ready to open this weekend, what do you hope the audience takes away from it?
Well, not only do we have a fabulous show, but we had a really great donation from a man named Steve Simons, who his wife, Carol Butler Simons, happened to be a very close friend of mine and someone I acted with at Park Playhouse. She passed away 15 years ago, and Steve wanted to memorialize her and make people know about her. Well, we decided, as it turned out, coincidentally, Father Walsh, who's our priest here, and Carol were very close friends when he was at St. Thomas in Delmar. So that was only one coincidence, and I'm not going to go into it now, but there were many others. So this is a chance for him to show that Carol wanted young people to really get involved with the performing arts. And let me tell you something about St. Pius. I'm in love with the school. Not only do we have this performing arts program, musical theater, but our choreographer has started a dance program within the school day, and the band here is outstanding. So I'm trying to get St. Pius to see that this should be, a performing arts school. I really think they could get more enrollment, and I think it'd bring in a lot of money.
Well, if there's anyone that could get that ball rolling, it's you, Shirley.
Well,
It's true. It's true. Thank you so much. Break legs this
you.
weekend. Always great talking with you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Behind the Curtain. We're interviewing the people that are making Peter Pan happen here at St. Pius. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I am the assistant director.
I remember you from last year when I came to see the show. How did you get involved in this?
A few years ago, when St. Pius started this program, I did the 2 shows before I graduated, and then last year, our director, Miss Shirley, texted me asking if I could join as part of the crew. So, of course, missing this program as it is what jump-started my theater career, I agreed to come back, and I loved it and wanted to come back again this year.
The kids are really enthusiastic about this show. I can tell the excitement when they put their costumes on for the first time. You could just feel it in the air. How was it working with them on this production? And sort of a great show for kids, right? The message of it, I'm sure, resonates with them.
Yes, the message is very important, I think, for kids to learn. And just working with them, it's been a very interesting experience because I got to see the outside perspective of what it might have looked like when I was here, and it gives me just a deeper experience with theater as a whole, being able to work behind the scenes and see more of the interior details.
Sure. And what are some of your aspirations when it comes to theater personally?
Of course, I would never pass on a Broadway experience, but really it's more of a hobby, but one that's very special to me because it's allowed me to come into a community that has really felt like my own.
Yeah.
And it seems to put some of my finer skills to good use.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Break legs this weekend, and we'll be right back after this. Thank you for watching Behind the Curtain. If you have a story idea that highlights the local theater scene, please email me, gbruno@news10.com. See you next time.